Hi, everybody. I'm Terry Foltz, and this is Terry's Playdate, where my short plays are read by my very talented actor friends. Today's play is called Lakeside. When Shelley, a young girl of 19, sits on an Adirondack chair looking at the lake, she's approached by Pete, who has a hidden agenda. But before we do the reading, let me let the actors introduce themselves.
Hi everybody, I'm Holly Angel and I will be reading the part of Shelley.
Hi, I'm Oliver Davis and I'll be reading the part of Pete.
Lakeside. The setting is Lakeside, Ohio on Lake Erie. This is a Methodist Chautauqua which hasn't changed much in the last 75 years. Part of the area is made up of a bunch of cabins and used for a youth camp in the summer. The rest of the gated community is made up of summer cottages, a playground, shuffleboard courts, small gift shops, and quaint restaurants. When the scene opens, Shelley, 19, is visiting this vacation spot with her family and sitting alone in an Adirondack chair looking out at the lake. Pete, 17, approaches her. He's there as part of the youth group staying in the cabins.
Excuse me, would you mind if I asked you a question?
How long will this take?
Depends on your answer.
I was about to go on the dock and talk to that old man who is fishing, see if he has any fish stories.
I have a fish story.
Sounds fishy.
Jesus said we should become fisher of men. Did you know that?
Yes, I read that book. What I didn't know was that you are here at Lakeside Church Yes, I read that book. What I didn't know was that you were here at Lakeside for church camp.
How'd you guess?
God told me in a dream. How's that for a fish story?
Are you saved? Have you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal savior?
What? Haven't you met your quota for the day? Did your counselor send you out here to fish some more until you did? Is that why you're accosting me?
I'm not accosting you. I haven't touched you.
Maybe you should read a dictionary instead of a Bible. You'd know the definition and you would know that you are indeed accosting me.
I'm sorry. I really do care about your soul.
What about the rest of me? What about my mind? My hair? My eyes? My body?
It's not like that. It's just, I care where you'll spend eternity.
I think I'm spending time there right now.
What?
Seems like I was having a wonderful time sitting here, looking out at the lake, feeling all relaxed and serene, and then this guy accosted me, and it feels like an eternity since he did that.
You seem like a very angry person to me.
Do I really? Because I didn't get angry until, let's see, about 10 minutes ago when you asked me if I was saved. Up until that point, I was pretty chill.
I'd like to share a story with you. It's not in the Bible, I promise. It's personal. Could I tell you that story?
You know what? I'm going to say yes to that. You know why?
Why?
Because I know that you are going to tell that story to someone in the next hour, and I would like to save some other unlucky person from having to hear it. See? I love my fellow man.
I'm Pete.
Pete. Short for Peter, who denied Christ 3 times? That one?
So you have read the Bible.
I glanced at Spark Notes.
Then you know that Peter became the rock on which the church was built.
Oh, yeah, I do recall that. I didn't read the whole Bible, mind you, just Spark Notes. But I should have remembered that twist in the plot. Sorry.
This is my story, not Bible Peter's story. You don't mind?
Talk away, Mr. Pete not in the Bible, Mr. Rock of the Church. Should I call you Rocky? The Christian with the giant pair of rocks?
My dad had cancer. Terminal. He was supposed to die 3 years ago. He didn't die. You know why?
Modern science? A doctor with skills?
My church prayed. They created a prayer chain that went on for 7 days. Someone was praying for my dad every minute for 7 days.
And nights?
Of course, every minute.
And he was miraculously cured.
He was.
Good. That was a really good thing. I'm being serious. I'm glad your father is not going to die. At least, not until he's nice and old.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, really, I'm not. Seriously, but I do wonder about something.
What?
What if one of your church members fell asleep on the night shift? You know, that woman who sings too loudly in your church choir. What if she had the 3 a.m., 4 a.m. shift and just couldn't stay awake? What if, just for a few minutes, fell asleep and the chain was broken? What would have happened then? What do you suppose would have been the outcome then?
I don't think God would punish my dad if someone fell asleep while praying.
So, cancer, or at least dying from cancer, would be a punishment?
Well, I didn't mean that. I just don't think God would hold my dad responsible for a short break in the prayer chain.
So, your dad was responsible for the cancer. Did he cause it? It wasn't lung cancer, was it? Was he a smoker? Because he might have been responsible. Was it?
No, it wasn't lung cancer. And no, he didn't cause it. It just happened.
Was God responsible?
What? No, it wasn't something God did to him. That's absurd. My dad, he's a good man, a God-fearing man.
Maybe God doesn't want to scare us. Ever think of that?
That's not what the expression means. I meant that my dad is a strong Christian, strong in his faith.
May I ask you a question?
Okay.
What if he had died? Then what story would you be telling?
I would accept it as God's will.
Well, that's a game you just can't lose, can you? If he gets better, God did it. If he doesn't, God did it. That's a good win-win thing you've got going on there.
So you're not a believer, I take it.
On the contrary, I believe in a lot of things, strongly.
Like?
Doctors, for one, the good ones, not necessarily the ones who graduated at the bottom of their class. You know, someone had to. I believe in the doctors who studied for tests, did their homework, you know? The ones that learn more in med school than the others. I also believe in beauty, like this park, this lake, this whole place. Except maybe those crummy cabins that they make you stay in for youth camp. Those are falling apart. I believe in people, in friendship, in love, in family. In summary, I believe in knowledge, nature, love. There's my trinity for you. What do you think?
I think God is in all those things.
Well, God is in the eye of the beholder, I guess. But here's the difference as I see it.
Yeah?
You and me, everyone are responsible, not God. He's not to blame or thank. We all have stories. All those stories have plot lines, and all of those stories have endings. I think this God of yours gives us a pen and paper and then steps back. That's my story, and as I've heard it said, I'm sticking to it.
Then you can't mind if I stick to mine.
Good point, Pete. I don't mind. Stick to it. Just don't accost others and write them into your story. It's yours. All yours.
It could be yours too.
I have my own, Pete, but thanks for the offer. Now, I'm going to ask that fisherman down there on the pier if he's caught any men today. All right by you?
Curtain.
Out of the question, you're closer than the air I breathe, but out of the question and into the mystery, into mystery.